All right, well, peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with another video real quick, man. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall is blessing y'all day. Much love to y'all brothers and sisters, man. Yeah, I just want to come back with another video real quick. Yeah, it's like on like how the Most High, declares the end from the beginning, man. Like how the Garden of Eden, man, because he's gonna take you back to beginning, in the future. That's just crazy about it. Like, like I said about the BT movies, man. Like, that's a good way to look at it when you read the scriptures, man. Because, like, he tells you from the end, from the beginning. But, in the future, man, the kingdom to come, man, the new heavens, new earth, like, he's taking you back to the beginning, which is the garden, man. And, now I want to say that too, man, because shout out to bro from Assembly of Firstborn too. I was on a class with him, and more you realize that though, like more you realize that, like like your house shot and stuff like that really comes in the volume of the book. Like it's really about that, because you really realize that that's really like that's just what it is too, man. Because I was reading and he mentioned Genesis 41 with the of course, with Joseph and Pharaoh pretty much being. That's why I know. Here's the thing too. Is Mike, like when your house shot, like your house shot was really like the Most High, man. He was meaning that he's a living embodiment of him, man. So when it says that, then that's the power that that the Most High gave him, man. Because that's why in Philippians it says that, man. Because but no, that's just another thing. Because if you look at that, because that's what that Joseph story was about, man. Him and Pharaoh was about. Like, remember what Pharaoh told him? Listen, only the throne will I'll be greater than you, man. Because the Most High gave you house shot that power. Not that they're the same entity of that nature, man. But it's pretty much because my grandfather, he passed away a few months ago, man. And at the funeral, things of that nature, my brother did because him and my older brother had a lot of similarities, as far as things in that nature. But but my brother said, even he made a speech at there. He said, listen, I am like my grand. He said I'm the living. He said I'm the living embodiment of him. That's all that it was, man. Honestly, man. So that's just is what it is, man. But I was going to go into two houses. He's going to take it from the end to the beginning, and let's go to Isaiah real quick. Then I'm gonna hit Genesis. Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, from the ancient times, and things that are not yet done. My counsel shall stand, and I'll do my pleasure. Yeah, so it says declaring the end from the beginning, and from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done. My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. So yeah, man, that's what it. That's just going is what it is, man. That's going to cause the end from the beginning, man. So let's go to Genesis 41 real quick, and let's really think and meditate on this, because that's how it's going to be. And so Genesis 41. Genesis 41 and 41 and 41, it says, and Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it on Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in the finest and in the vestures of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. So yeah, man, and that's another thing too. Like Ezekiel 16 even says too. I know with our people, it's a little sidetrack too, because a lot of people our people, we always wear chains and stuff like that. Even in the ancient world during this time. Even Judith, and you read Job and Ezekiel, we always wore that stuff too, and also too during the dark ages and stuff like that. So our people wearing that. We see the rappers even from the 80s to even now, stuff like that, or even jewelry. Even we always wore that, man. So that's a little sidebar, because I think somebody asked me about that. I believe I was talking about that with a while back, but anyway, I won't get back to the point because that's not relevant right now. And Pharaoh took off his ring and his hand and put it on Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in the vestures of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. And he made him ride in the second chariot which he had. And they cried before him, bowed the knee. And and he made him ruler over all the land. So that kind of sounds familiar, right? You know, every knee shall bow. You know, like I mentioned earlier, man. Shout out to brother Semi Firstborn. Like they only going to bow. They're only going to bow. So that's how he comes in the volume book, and it's about him because they're only going to other nations are only going to bow to the nation of Israel. You know, to us I say us as a nation Israel, not being like presumptuous things of that nature. But I'm just saying that if y'all know what I'm saying. But they're only going to bow to us because he's making them bow. You know, just like that's what it is. That's why he said in Revelation, I'm going to make them bow at your feet, man. Revelation 2:9 and 3:9, man. I'm going to but even though that within itself is talking. Oh, I think I gotta go over that too. That's like shout out brother Kwame Call and some other brothers I was going about. That synagogue is actually talking about it's talking about actually Israelites. That's what it's talking about. Like line up more with John 1:47, actually what it means, or Romans 9:6, or John 8:44, ye are your father the devil. That's another video for another day too. But I'm saying that to say as in twofold, because a lot of times that's these other nations are going to bow, but see here, let me read this again, because Genesis chapter 43 and verse Genesis chapter 41 verse 43, and he made him to ride the second chariot which he had, and they cried before him, bowed the knee, and he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. So yeah, man, that's what it is. Kind of like the Most High did Yahushua. The Most High, it made him like pretty much, man, like only throne you are greater than me, man. But this ties into the future though, which we're going to get into. But yeah, that's one reason why, because they're going to make him, bow, man. So we But anyway, man, that's another topic for another day, man. Yeah, man, that's what it is. Where is it? More I wanted. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot into all the land of Egypt, man. So yeah, man, this is what it is, man. So that's why even in the kingdom it said, listen, it's gonna be like joint heirs with them, man. Because but anyway. Let's go to Revelation 22 now, because remember, let's look at this again. It says he made him ride his second chariot. So damn there, everything Pharaoh had, he had, man. So let's go to Revelation chapter 2. 22 real quick, because remember, like I said, Yahushua's kingdom and the Most High's kingdom are two different kingdoms. Yahushua's going to give the kingdom back to the Father, but still, he's going to have a high rank. He's still going to be right next to the Father. He's going to have we're going to be worshiping him as well in the kingdom of the Most High, man. In the kingdom of heaven, because not his kingdom, in the kingdom of heaven as well, which I'm about to get in Revelation, man. That's just is what it is. Because let's get because remember it said the second chariot with Joseph and Pharaoh. Said the second chariot, he had a second chariot, and this kind of sounds similar in the world to come, in the new heavens and new earth, of course, New Jerusalem. Revelation chapter 22 and verse 3, it says, and there was no more curse, that being the curse of death, things of nature. That was really the curse. If you want to say a curse is Deuteronomy 28, but yeah, that's not really what this curse is. That's what the Galatians 3 and 13. That's what the curse that that Yahushua came to redeem us for was from ourselves. From death. Honestly, that's what he overcame. Ultimately, was death. Honestly, because Wisdom of Solomon says, listen, he created man to be immortal, man, like for immortality. That's what it was, man. He came to offset what Adam did, but And then it gets to Revelation 22 and 3. It says, and there shall be no more curse, but the throne of Yahweh and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. So yeah. So honestly, man. So remember what we just read, in Genesis, Joseph had the second chariot, man. It's Yahushua right here. He had a throne in the Father's kingdom, because the Father's kingdom and his kingdom is two different things. But he still was next to him though, man. So it says, listen, and his servant shall serve him. So yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. So that's just really is. But he tells you from the end, from the beginning, man. So that's why, when you just read gotta meditate and think about reread the story of Joseph, man, because that's what kind of like Philippians, that's why it says he thought himself not to be because he's a living embodiment of him. That's what pretty much Pharaoh did. Joseph, yeah, the Most High did with Yahushua, man. That's just all that was about. So that's why it's not too much of the Trinity things of that nature. No, he just gave, like, he was a living embodiment of him. Everything he got, like, he's not taking away from the power of the Most High when the Most High gave it to him. Like, just like Pharaoh gave it to Joseph. So, it's good, man, because Philippians chapter 2 verse 6, it says, who being in the form of Yahweh thought it not robbery to be equal with Yahweh. So of course we know, but even though Yahushua said out of his own mouth, his father is greater than me. Of course, like, they're not the same entity. They're not the same entity. And Yahushua never claimed to be greater than his father, but the father gave him pretty much like, listen, man, like you like shoot me on here, like here, like, man, you the living embodiment of me, man. That's pretty much is what it is, man. That's just really that. It's kind of like that, pretty much. Yeah, man. But then it goes into how, like, Yahushua, like, this is ultimate humility, man, because he came, like, appearance of a servant, and which come but he made himself no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and made in the likeness of men. So yeah, man, that's his ultimate, humility. That's why in his kingdom we gonna have to serve him, because he came when he's on here, like, that leads me to this too, because let me say this too. Shout out to brothers in Discord I have too, because DMX said a quote, man. When I remember even seeing the interview, like, I think he was backstage with a show with Redman, whatever. He said, "Listen, man, man, you judge a man by you, because I put the quote in the Discord app, man. But he said, listen, man, you judge a man by not only what he does for what he does for others, man, not just himself, man." I'm paraphrasing, but that's a fact, man, because because I even said that I put the quote in there, and I think I mentioned this before, like, the brother, one of the brothers kind of didn't see it that way in the Discord app, but I give him this example, and no, it wasn't none of that nature, of course. Either brothers just said, I don't know if I kind of agree with that, but I made this kind of example to him because I was thinking about the scripture when I said, it's like, listen, think about what Yahushua did for us, man, because he lived his whole life for, like, he served, like, he became a servant, man, like, not only for, let me say this too, because he did for, like Ezekiel says, he did for his name's sake, because we profane his name, we blaspheme, the most High's, like, in Yahushua's name, like, he did it for his sake as well. But then he did live his life, servant, like, he became a servant. He lived his whole life, right? He didn't do it, like, he lived his whole life, for us. He really lost his life, for us, man. So that wasn't the only reason why he did, like I just mentioned, of course, man. But that's what you really do. Then then even as a man, honestly, man, you gotta think, like, even as a man, like, in the word, of course, even outside the word, man, like, the real testament is, like, what you do for others, man. How, like, okay, is anybody you really got? Because I even had to, like, self-examine, like, do this, like, okay, is anybody's life getting better just because they just know me? Not that, I'm like, this, like, it's like, I'm just some, like, oh yeah, you just like, I'm just some great, like, not on some narcissistic type of time, but sort of just actual narcissist, like, my president is a president, that type of time. Is like, no, it's to somebody just, like, from did you really impact the life of others? Is like, is your life, is somebody else's life better just because they know you? Like, that's really what it is too. That's really the thing about it. So that's how you gotta look at things. It's like, okay, it's like, really, did I really impact somebody else's life, man? Because it's like, not only because, yeah, man, that's what the measurements are gonna be tested by. Like, what did you did? That's that Matthew 25 Yahushua did. It's like, listen, man, while naked you clothed me. When I was in jail you came to see me. Like, you you cared about other people's lives, man. You just not just your own, man. Because that's the real testament, man. Because we live in, like, 2 Timothy says, we're such a me society. The men are lovers of their own self. Everything's about me, stuff like that. Because what? Here's this too, man. Let me take this. Let me say this too, honestly, because this is a balance of things, and yes, but this is kind of what breeds. I want to say, this is what, and let me not say this too, because, like, scriptures even talk about self-care, like, not much heaviness on the mind and things of that nature, but because now everything is, of course, like, people, like, the whole, like, mental health and things of that nature, and things of that nature of mental health, and getting yourself right, and things of that nature, mental, because that's a big thing now there. Because now times it's actually really big. It's been going on for a while, but now it's being more of a thing now, more of a stigma now. I feel like it kind of people kind of using it sometimes to be trendy per se, and using it as a cop out for certain things. Just to be honest now, but because a lot of people talk about, like, because let me say this too, because it really don't get twisted what I'm saying, but because self-care things that is important, but now it's kind of, I feel like now it's not really kind of being used in the like best intentions per se, man. Because now people, that's just a cop out for people to use their own will, like to actually just be selfish. I'm just being self care. I need to take care of me and things of that nature. But yeah, but you're not really worried. But also too is a balance, man. You worry about other people as well, man. It's not just about you. Things of that nature. It's not more. It's more to it than that. But because no, I actually didn't. Let me not, because I don't want to be as like somebody can take what I'm saying right now as a hypocrite, pretty much per se. But no, I'm actually talking about actual real self care, because I mentioned that like in the video about being alone. Don't, like I read in Second Edges, man. Don't take it personal, but don't take it personal when actual people need to be alone. Like need the Most High in your house shot, just like Moses and Ezra's, even your house shot at one point, or even Jeremiah said I need to be alone at one point. So I'm not saying like that when they're like, no, then you can't take it personal when actual people really are going through it and really need that. But I'm saying that as of now, because I know things are kind of like kind of like kind of going to like the video I did about people being introvert, or like just labeling people that are extroverted as bad, or things are kind of just used to be like trendy and things per se, and then it's not really, people aren't keeping 100 about it, because a lot of times too, like when people go into that self care, things of that nature, my mental health stuff like that. Now it's actually it's actually like really true, but it's like sometimes it can be disrespectful with the people that actually are going through that, actually need that time. Actually need to get themselves together, get with the Most High house shot. They need that time to be by themselves, and you can't take that personally. But also too, I feel like it's more the people just use that as a cop out, just to be selfish and not really care about other people and things of that nature. Or like because recently I just kind of go to like, okay, cool, like I was kind of but I just even my mom remind me one time, like a while back, like, no, you could just kind of I know you're doing your thing, but just try to check up on your loved ones even more and things of that nature. And I was like, what, I was just thinking about that in this kind of past couple weeks. I was like, yeah, I do need to do that even more. I've been definitely trying to do that. But yeah, man, that's another thing too. I don't like that, because that's more of a cop out, like, oh man, my mental health, I need to take care of my self care. But real meanwhile, like, it's just more of like you're just doing like you just really pretty much they're using that as a guise to be selfish, man. But I forgot how I even got here. But yeah, man, I honest, that can kind of get on my nerves sometimes. It's like, okay, you're not really actually doing self care. Actually, need to take care of yourself, because scripture even say don't let heaviness get to mind and things, because there are, man, Jake, are people out here are going through it right now, really going through it, like really actual real trauma. And that leads me to that too, actual trauma, man, because there's different levels to trauma, man. Because shout out to brother, somebody your firstborn too, because like that's a new thing that people are saying, like because like I've experienced like certain traumas in my life, man, because like I've been robbed before, things and nature, like shot at and things that I didn't jump before, stuff like that. So that's a bit of a actual but there's people that actually have actual trauma, like been like I've seen people die in front of them, molested, raped, or not getting the actual love, or orphans, abandonment, power. That actual traumas rather than this other traumas. So like shout out to brother 71st one. He said, listen, man, a lot of times you didn't have trauma, you just didn't have the childhood or upbringing that you wanted, man. That's why even Prodigy said like oh, you can't feel my pain, like because he actually had sickle cell. Of course he passed away from it, but he said on my song, "You Can't Feel My Pain." He said, "No, man, you just you never felt pain before." I'm paraphrasing. He said, "You just crying, you just emotional because you was just broke or something like that. You pretty much, man, you don't really actually have trauma. You never actually felt pain before. Like that's just you just didn't get what you want." So I'm saying that to say that. But yeah, I'm about to get ready because this video, because I'm kind of going to other stuff, man. But it's kind of good. It's how I just kind of had to say these things too, man. But yeah, man, because it all ties into like your house shot. That's how I kind of got there being a servant. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is too, man. But yeah, but the Most High, he declares the beginning from the end, man, and that's what makes him so great. That's because he's such a mastermind. Is that from in his end compared to like this current Esau's kingdom, this current society, or like or when we see movies and movie and TV shows, or the cartoons, or video game, or whatever, or even in this society, the powers that be, on the left hand side, it's like his, and he declares the future from the beginning though. From in his future, he's taking it back to the beginning. Most of the time, that's why I said that Y2K stuff, or Y2K stuff like that during that time in the late '90s, pretty much he's talking about kind of 1998 to on up, pretty much, or sometimes the '90s. They some bit, but anyway, like 1998, 1999, 25, 26 years ago. They were talking about pretty much now. Shout out to Bird Chronicles Europe. That's what they were talking about. They were talking about now, pretty much what we see now. That was the end of the old world. That was the Y2K. That's what they were talking about now, the end of the world. They're talking about the end of the world at that time, but like because it was always tech, but he's talking about artificial intelligence, AI. That's what he's talking about. But they're talking about the future as far as like that's what's going on now. That's why you see Elon Musk and pretty much what Esau pretty much do. But in the Most High, that's why the Most High's wisdom is just like his ways is our ways, because his future, like his future things that nature, future, the kingdom come, the world to come, like he's taking it back to the beginning, how it's supposed to be in the garden, man. So, and it's kind of be like to begin it, even like the Yahushua having the throne next to him in his kingdom, man. It's gonna be like the beginning, like in Genesis, because wasn't that Joseph and Pharaoh? Doesn't Genesis mean, of course, the beginning? So that's just is what it is, man. But yeah, that's enough. No, I don't mean to ramble like that too much, but I don't know, man. It is what it is. But anyway, peace.